Imagine arriving in a foreign land with nothing but a suitcase and a head full of dreams. No contacts, no money, just sheer determination. That was Amir's story. He left behind a small village where opportunities were scarce, stepping into a bustling city where every street seemed to whisper, "You don't belong here." The language was unfamiliar, the culture intimidating, and every day felt like climbing a mountain in the dark. Amir's first challenge: communication. Without fluency in the local language, he felt invisible in conversations and meetings. Instead of shrinking back, he turned this obstacle into an advantage. He became a keen observer, learning not just words, but the emotions behind them, the pauses, the smiles, the frustrations. He practiced tirelessly, speaking to strangers at markets, listening to radio shows, and reading children's books to build his vocabulary. This wasn't just about language. It was about connecting with people's hearts. Next came the financial hurdle. With limited savings, Amir couldn't afford traditional business loans or fancy offices. So he started small, selling handmade crafts online from his tiny apartment. But he didn't stop there. Recognizing that many immigrants like him were skilled but lacked platforms, he created an online marketplace dedicated to immigrant artisans. This was brilliant. It wasn't just a business. It was a community where stories and talents converged. The early days were grueling. Shipping delays, payment issues, and skepticism from customers tested his resolve. But Amir tracked every complaint, every delay, and turned them into data. He personally contacted customers, apologized sincerely, and offered solutions. This hands-on approach transformed first-time buyers into loyal advocates. Word spread. This wasn't just a marketplace, it was a movement. What's remarkable is how Amir didn't hoard his success. He invested in workshops, teaching immigrants digital skills, from marketing to customer service. Many attendees, once hesitant and unsure, found confidence in jobs through his network. He partnered with local businesses to create internship programs specifically for newcomers, breaking barriers that once seemed insurmountable. Amir's story is not just about business growth, it's about redefining what it means to belong. By turning his challenges into stepping stones, he built bridges between cultures, economies, and dreams. So what can you take from Amir's journey? First, see obstacles as opportunities for unique solutions. When Amir couldn't speak fluently, he listened deeply. When funding was scarce, he started with what he had and scaled thoughtfully. Second, embrace community. Success isn't solo. It's woven from the people who believe in you and whom you lift along the way. Third, be relentlessly data-driven and customer-focused. Amir's attention to feedback turned faltering moments into loyalty and growth. Finally, don't wait for perfect conditions. Start small, learn constantly, and adapt. Your unique challenges can fuel innovation. Remember, your journey, like Amir's, holds the power to create change, not just for yourself, but for countless others. Every step forward breaks a barrier, lights a path, and builds a legacy. What's your first step today? But let's delve deeper into Amir's journey to truly appreciate the layers of resilience and innovation that shaped his path. When Amir first arrived, the city was overwhelming. The towering buildings, the cacophony of languages, the fast pace. It was a stark contrast to the quiet rhythms of his village. Nights were the hardest. Alone in his small room, with only the dim light of a single bulb, he battled loneliness and doubt. Yet each morning he reminded himself why he came: to build a better future, not just for himself, but for his family and those who believed in him. His initial attempts at communication were fraught with embarrassment. Mispronounced words, misunderstood phrases, and the occasional confused looks made every interaction a challenge. But instead of retreating, Amir embraced vulnerability. He smiled through mistakes and laughed at himself. This openness endeared him to locals, who began to warmly correct and encourage him. Amir's language learning became a daily ritual. He would wake early to listen to the morning news, jotting down new words. At the market, he approached vendors, asking about their goods, learning the names of fruits, spices, and crafts. Children, curious about the newcomer, often helped him practice. Through these small, consistent efforts, Amir built not only vocabulary, but relationships. Financially, starting a business was daunting. Without collateral or credit history, banks turned him away. But Amir's resourcefulness shone. He pooled together his savings and repurposed materials from his village to create unique handcrafted items, bracelets, keychains, and small artworks. Listing them online was a leap into the unknown, but a necessary step. The first few sales were humble, yet each one was a victory. Amir meticulously packaged every order, including handwritten thank you notes to foster personal connection. He learned about shipping logistics, customs regulations, and online payment systems, sometimes through trial and error. These experiences, though challenging, equipped him with invaluable skills. Recognizing a broader need, Amir envisioned a platform where immigrant artisans could showcase their crafts. This idea grew from conversations with fellow immigrants who shared similar struggles, talented but invisible in the market. Building the platform required technical knowledge, so Amir took online courses in web development and digital marketing, often late into the night after work. Launching the marketplace was a milestone. It quickly became a hub of creativity and cultural exchange, featuring not only products, but stories behind them. Customers were drawn not just to the items, but to the narratives of perseverance and hope. This community nurtured pride among the artisans, validating their identities and talents. Challenges persisted. Shipping delays due to international logistics, payment gateway glitches, and occasional negative reviews tested the platform's credibility. Amir viewed each problem as data, a puzzle to solve. He instituted transparent communication channels, real-time tracking updates, and a dedicated customer service team. His empathy and accountability transformed skeptics into brand ambassadors. Beyond commerce, Amir's vision extended to empowerment. He organized workshops teaching digital literacy, social media marketing, and customer engagement, tailored to the unique needs of immigrants. These sessions became safe spaces where participants shared experiences, learned skills, and built networks. Many graduated with newfound confidence and employment opportunities. Amir also collaborated with local businesses and community organizations to establish internship and mentorship programs. These initiatives bridged gaps between newcomers and the broader workforce, fostering inclusion and breaking down prejudices. His efforts garnered recognition from civic leaders, inspiring policy dialogues around immigrant integration. Amir's journey underscores the transformative power of resilience, intertwined with community spirit. He illustrates that belonging is not about uniformity, but about weaving diverse threads into a vibrant tapestry. His story invites us to reconsider our perceptions of success, not merely as individual achievement, but as collective upliftment. In reflecting on Amir's path, consider your own challenges. Are you facing language barriers, cultural differences, or financial constraints? Like Amir, can you identify opportunities within these obstacles? Can you build connections that transcend superficial divides? Can you harness feedback as a catalyst for growth? The world is filled with untold stories of courage and innovation. Amir's is one, shining a light on the possibilities that arise when determination meets compassion and creativity. Your journey, too, has the potential to ignite change, inspire others, and create legacies that ripple beyond your immediate circle. So, as you ponder your next move, remember, starting small is not a limitation, it is a foundation. Learning is a lifelong companion. Adaptation is a strength, not a sign of weakness. And community is the heartbeat that sustains us. What is the unique contribution only you can make? How will you listen deeply, act boldly, and connect authentically? Your first step today, no matter how modest, is the beginning of a story worth telling. Let Amir's journey remind you that within every challenge lies the seed of opportunity, waiting to grow into a flourishing future.